face came from 𝗣𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀 where the still don't sleep. Raised by his mom, pops ghost in the street. Concrete cradled him, lullabies and sirens. Pain made him sharper than a shank in Rikers. Crip rags in his closet, but his heart beat wise. New loss at 10, saw a soul leave eyes. Mama drove bus, his hands cracked and bruised. Told him be more than the block you choose. We met on Spruce, locked in, no flinch. Blood couldn't make us closer by an inch. Face was a warrior, cold but kind. He ain't just survived, he redesigned.
Congratulations, gladiators, they graduated. I'm glad you made it through all that hatred. I hated it, couldn't be the fate debated, but it's for me that I'll never fade. See that look close, soul over flesh. Keep your circle tight, put the faith to rest. Some burn bridges, some burn the set. Some earn stripes, some place they bet.
Trip came from LA, raised by his queen. No pops, just hunger and gangster dreams. Slim, tall, and dark pain behind a smile. Dodge fate daily, ran with wolves wild. His mom called my pops when he didn't make it home after dark. And my answer like, that's my son from the start. I gave Trip structure, he gave me fire. Two halves of war, faith and desire. We chased skirts, fought ops, baptized in sin. Banged out pride with bloodstained grin. Loyal to the soul, not just the turf. We ain't find heaven, we dug it from earth.
Congratulations, gladiators, they graduated. I'm glad you made it through all the hatred. I hated it, couldn't be the fate debated, but it's more me that I'll never fade. See that look close, soul over flesh. Keep your circle tight, put the faith to rest. Some burn bridges, some burn the set. Some earn stripes, some place they bet.
I'm too much, raised in the IE flame. Pops a vet with the scars and aim. He taught me to move with a soldier's poise. But my brothers taught me how to hear the noise. My dad gave face, me and Trip that guide. Their moms hugged me like I never left their side. We ain't shared blood, but we shared that pain. Shared the same block, same hood, made
y'all come in, get the lights up.
Chasing women to duck and
Get the lights up, we about to get started. Get the lights up.
We stood 10 toes, built from the mud. Now gladiators crowned in brotherhood love.
Congratulations, gladiators, they graduated. I'm glad you made it through all the hatred. I hated it, couldn't be the fate debated, but it's for me that I'll never fade. See that look close, soul over flesh. Keep your circle tight, put the faith to rest. Some burn bridges, some burn the set. Some earn stripes, some place they bet.
Get them lights up. We about to get started. Get them lights up.
I'm too much raised in the eye flame. Pops a vet with the scars and name. He taught me to move with the soldier's poise, but my brothers taught me how to hear the noise. My dad gave face, me and Trip that guy. The moms hugged me like I never left their side. We ain't share blood, but we share that pain. Share the same block, same hood, made change. Chasing women to duck and raids. From a stick up, parades.
We stood 10 toes, built from the mud. Now gladiators crowned in brotherhood.
Congratulations, gladiators, they graduated. I'm glad you made it through all the hatred. I hated it. Couldn't be there, face to face, but it's more me than I'll never fade. See that look close, soul over flesh. Keep your circle tight, put the faith to rest. Some burn
I don't like y'all. I don't like y'all because y'all don't want to show love, man. It's just, when you come in the room, I got to build y'all muscle back. When you come in the room,
some earn stripes, some place they
apply pressure to this screen and get the lights up, y'all. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into it today. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the double standards today of society. We're going to talk about the double standards of Americans. We're going to talk about the double standards of these Europeans. Let's keep it a buck. We're going to talk about the double standards of the dominant society. So get them lights up. Get them lights up.
Legend in the making. I ain't never switch. I was raised in the lion's den, standing on truth. I don't follow, I inspire men. Loyal to the code, got the wisdom of 1,000. Every move I make for the fam, that's the fountain. Built from the struggle, integrity in my spine. Character solid, you can read between the lines. Talk what I live, they respect me when I speak. Name hold weight in the west and the east. Lessons from the block got me sharp like a blade. Made it out the fire, but the flame never fade. Soul made of steel, I don't shake, I don't run. I'm too much, I'm the moon and the sun. Everybody know me. Too much, too much. When you see me on the street, too much, too much. I be on TikTok, too much, too much. Always standing on business, too much, too much. Everybody know me. Too much, too much. When you see me on the street, too much, too much. I be on TikTok, too much, too much. Always standing on business, too much, too much. Legacy on my back, I don't bend, I don't fold. Too much to name, but I never do the most. Principles embedded, they don't come with a cost. I took every L like a boss, never lost. Talk to the youth like a prophet in the street. Every bar is a jewel, every line is elite. Got the aura of a king, calm, never loud.
Y'all come in, hit that like button, let's go.
The crowd, sticking to the code, I don't break, I create. Everything I built from the ground, now it's great. Said I couldn't do it, now I'm living what I said. I'm too much, lead with heart, not just break. Everybody know me. Too much, too much. When you see me on the street, too much, too much. I be on TikTok, too much, too much. Always standing on business, too much, too much. Everybody know me. Too much, too much. When you see me on the street, too much, too much. I be on TikTok, too much, too much. Always standing on business, too much, too much. Mirror never lie, I reflect what's divine. Discipline the fuel, got my purpose in line. They imitate the stance, but the soul ain't matching. I do it for the bloodline, never for the caption. Too much, realer than the lies they be living. I'm the echo of the struggle, still risen. Woke in my thoughts, still humble in my deeds. Planting righteous seeds while the world just feeds. Eyes on the prize, but my mind in the stars. Blueprint in my palms, no facade, no fraud. Speak truth in a world full of fiction and fronts.
I'm too much, I'm the future they want.
Everybody know me. Too much, too much. When you see me on the street,
Too much, too much. I be on TikTok.
too much, too much. Always standing on business. Too much, too much.
Yeah, set it all for the lineage. Nothing less, always more.
Never less, always more.
Come in, hit that like button, let's go. Hit that like button, we about to get into it. Hit that like button. Standing tall for the lineage. We about to get into it, y'all, but I need y'all to hit that like button. Show love to black content creators. Don't be a hater. You know, if you're in my room and you're not pounding the like button, I'm not asking you for no money. I don't got my Cash App up or none of that. What I'm asking for is apply pressure to that screen. Get the likes up. Because I spit way too much game for y'all to be treating me like I don't. Now I know this is the late night crew. A lot of y'all probably drinking, smoking. You know, I don't do none of that. You know, I'm just here standing on business. You understand? So what I do need y'all to do is respect my time and just show some love. Show some love, even if you don't know what I'm going to talk about today, even if you've never been in my room before. Show some love, because I'm about to give you the game. We about to have grown man conversations up in here. High level conversations up in here, right? I'm talking about logic based game up in here. None of this emotional stuff. If you emotional, this ain't the room for you. If you don't like being challenged, if you don't like somebody making you stand on business, this ain't the room for you. But you're not going to disrespect my time. Show some love. That's all I've asked. Apply pressure to the screen and get the lights up before I get started. Because I want to get started. I want to get started. If y'all don't know me, I'm too much. I mean, everybody know me. I'm too much. Everybody know me. And we chop up game over here. We chop up game. So if you want some of that shenanigans, go to somebody else's room. What I'm here to do is educate my people, man. Chop up game with my people. FBA love all day. Shout out to my Hebrew Israelites. Shout out to my foundational Black Americans. Shout out to my indigenous blacks. I rock with y'all. My copper-colored people, I rock with y'all. Let's get it. Let's chop up some game. Let's talk about some things that really matter here. I always stream these live on YouTube, so for everybody who's going to watch the broadcast on YouTube, make sure you go to 𝗣𝗴𝗵𝗵𝘁𝘀𝗀𝗴. I want y'all to check out the website. I want y'all to read the white paper. And I want y'all to use your logic, man. We have our own cryptocurrency. It's not a meme coin. It's a utility token. It's phenomenal. It's going to do great things for our community, for our foundational Black American brothers and sisters, for our copper-colored people. It's going to be amazing. We have our own decentralized bank, and we need to put it to use. Right now, we're in phase 1. And we're raising capital for the liquidity pool. We're trying to raise about $500,000 before we actually launch the coin to the public. So my very special early adopters, 1,770 of you, I want to thank you in advance, because you're going to be what's going to drive this coin in the beginning. You're going to be what gives this coin value when we launch it in a few months. So go ahead and go to FBAcoin.org and check out the white paper. It's available. If you want to become an early adopter, just click that donate button, and we're going to send you 35,000 coins to start your day off. You hold on to those coins. When we launch the coin, you got a head start on everybody else. And as the market market cap of the coin increases and the value of the coin rises, so will the value of the coin that you already have, right? You know how that works. So we're building a liquidity pool first, and then we're going to launch the coin, and it's going to be phenomenal. I have 250 million coins that I'm waiting to release to the public. We're going to release 62 million for the early adopters. We're going to release 62 million for the early adopters, but then I got another 250 million coins coming right after that, and we're going to get this thing started. Oh yeah, we got our own coin, baby. Go check out FBAcoin.org, and it's popping. It's live right now. It's on the Ethereum network, Arbitrum 1. It's ready to go. I told y'all, if y'all been watching my broadcast way back last year, like October, November, I told you we were gonna do it in 2025. I don't like to lie. I don't like to lie. I like to keep my word. And I don't worry about people calling it whatever they want to call it. I mean, my coin is verified. So once you get your coin verified, understand you can't call it a scam. My coin is verified. Hence the word. Did I tell you that my coin was verified? So it's legit. It's as legit as Donald Trump coin that made $33 billion and his was just a meme coin. It's as legit as the Doge coin, Shiba Inu, and all those other coins. But this coin is better. It's as legit as XRP. Okay? That's how legit my coin is. I don't do nothing fake. What I'm probably gonna do though, and this is just throwing it out there, I'm probably gonna teach people how to make their own cryptocurrency. And I'm going to charge. I'm probably going to teach people how to create their own cryptocurrency. I'm going to start out with the meme coins. If you want a token that's similar to my coin, you're going to have to pay a little bit more money. But I'm probably going to hold a class one of these days. Not right now, but one of these days I'm going to hold a class and I'm going to show people how to create their own cryptocurrency coin. Especially all these meme coins that are popular right now. I think meme coins are over. I think that's like last year. I think utility tokens are the future. I mean, what's the purpose of having a coin if it doesn't do anything? It just has a it's like China. Y'all hear about China blowing the whistle? I mean, if y'all didn't know that all those expensive bags that y'all was getting, all those expensive clothes that y'all were buying were actually made in China. If y'all didn't know that, I don't know what to tell you, right? You have a brand like Chanel, Gucci, right? They get it made in China. They use really high quality materials. They use high quality materials, but they get it for cheap. And then they slap their logo on it, and you pay $1,000 to $10,000 to $20,000 for their logo, not for the bag itself. So that's what these meme coins and cryptocurrency are. You're just paying for the name brand recognition. Like if Donald Trump says, I'm going to start a coin, which he did, you're paying for the Donald Trump brand, not the meme coin. The meme coin is absolutely nothing. It's not worth anything. It doesn't do anything special. My coin is not a meme coin. It's actually a utility coin that does something that keeps that it's designed to keep money in the black community. Okay? It's set up that way. Money cannot escape the black community with this coin. It's designed to keep the money in the black community. And it also has features like microloans. It has features like emergency relief funds. It has a feature like lobbying, so we can get lineage-based policies in politics. I mean, it's a decentralized bank. So make sure you go do your due diligence. I always say do your due diligence. Don't take my word for it. I'm just some guy on the internet, right? Don't take my word for it. Go do your due diligence. Start with fbacoin.org and get all the information there. And if you're convinced just off of reading from what you get on the website, there's a button that says Get FBA Coin Now. Tap that button. Minimum to get involved with as an early adopter is $300. That's going to get you 35,000 coins. That's going to give you a head start of everybody else when I release the coin. Does that make sense? Which will be probably in a few months. We're just raising $500,000. We're just looking for 1,770 people to donate a minimum of $300. And because of your donation, we're going to give you 35,000 coins right away. You don't have to wait till it comes out. We're going to give you the coins up front now. Okay? You just hold those coins. When we release the coin, the other 250 million coins to the public, it hits the market. Whatever the market says they're worth. And then we just wait. We just wait. But here's the kicker. The moment that thing gets to $35, the moment that coin is worth $35, all I'm going to tell you is this: it's game over. You can sip on some Mai Tais if you want to. You can retire if you want to once it does that. I'll just say it like that. It's that phenomenal. So join us for the ride. This is what FBAs do. This is what foundational black Americans have been doing since the beginning of time, before we were called foundational black Americans, when we were just copper-colored people, part of the copper-colored races. We've been doing phenomenal things over and over and over and over again. And we did it again. We are the first to come out with our own utility token. Now, with that being said, man, y'all is really skimpy on the likes. I know we only got a few people in the room, but y'all could tap that like button, right? Y'all could tap that like button. Shout out to Dr. No Job, appreciate the gift. Y'all can tap that like button, right? Get the likes up in the room, and let's chop up some game, man, because we about to get into it. We are about to get into it. So yeah, hit that like button. Let's get them likes up. Share the live if you can, please. Share the live. I know we on late. I know it's late night. I know it's Friday, but we're gonna get into it. I might switch my time back to the daytime, but it seems like the reason why I switched it tonight is because my account is targeted. When I first start doing these lives, man, hundreds, 200, man, I got 300 people up in my room in one night before, okay? When I first started out. But, as you gain notoriety, as people start coming in, you get targeted. You get targeted by trolls. You get targeted by tethers, and they try to take your account down. So my account's been getting bananaed since November of last year. And I keep having to get set down for 2 weeks, and I come back, and then somebody else will banana me, and I got to sit down for 2 more weeks. And that's kind of how it's been going since November of last year. But I'm not stopping. I'm going to keep it up, and plus I use this content from my YouTube page. I'm a YouTuber, so I put everything we talk about here, I transfer to my YouTube page, Too Much Moxie, and run it on there, and however many views it gets over there, it gets. I have about right around 10. I have more subscribers on TikTok, and I've been doing TikTok lesser than I've been doing YouTube. I'm right around. I was over 10K, but some people dropped off, which happens. So I'm a little bit under 10K. I'm about 9.8K subscribers right now on YouTube. But I started YouTube first, and now I'm on TikTok, and my TikTok has overtaken my YouTube. I'm almost at 20,000 followers here on YouTube. So that's where we're at, man. But we're gonna chop it up, man. We're gonna get into it. Let me get my notes together. I like to do notes. I like to stay on track. And we're gonna do that. But I want to set the precedence here. Everybody knows what's going on in the news right now. Everybody knows what's been happening to our brother Carmelo Anthony. And it is a trip, y'all. It is definitely a trip to see anytime a black face, we're hit with all types of stereotypes. We are seen as the aggressor in every situation. You could be bigger than us. You could be taller than us. You can even outnumber us. And it can only be one of us. And it could be 10 of you. And no matter what, the media, the fake news media, legacy media, and the suspected white supremacists are always going to see us as the one in the wrong. Now, I'm not here to tell you if Carmelo's innocent or guilty. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. What I care about is are you going to give my brother a fair trial? That's what I care about. Are you going to give my brother a fair trial? That's the only thing I care about. I want a fair trial. I want due process. I want that brother to be seen as innocent before proven guilty. Not the other way around. Not guilty before proven innocent. It seems like if you are a black person, if you are a black American, if you are a melanated human being, no matter what it is to the dominant society, you have to fight for your life. No one's ever going to take you at your word. When they're in the news, all you see is beautiful pictures of them. They look like they're angels, like they've never done anything wrong. They've never got a speeding ticket. They never jaywalked. They look like they're perfect. They're always sitting in these nice, innocent poses, smiling, looking so innocent. But the moment one of us gets in the news, they find every thuggish, ruggish bone picture they could find. We are guilty. We look like they assume criminality. They assume lying. I mean, and it's crazy, right? Because it's not just the dominant society that does this. It's non-FBAs. It's immigrants that come to this country and they assume that black is criminal. They assume that we are guilty before proven innocence. We can't stand our ground. We're not allowed. Listen to me, people. We are not allowed to stand our ground. Everybody else is allowed to stand their ground. They don't even belong here. They don't even come from here. They have a different homeland than us. They wave a different flag than us. But they feel like they're more justified when it comes to the court of law than we are, whom are the true inhabitants of this country. I want y'all to think about that. Why is it that majority of the jails are populated, right? Or majority of the people going to jail, it's put to be Black American? Why is that? Why are we the most accused race of all other races? Why can't we get a fair shake, right? Why can't we be treated fairly in the eyes of the courts? Why is it always we have to fight for our life to prove our innocence so they leave us alone? And even when we prove our innocence, even when we fight for our life, we still got to face the world, and the world still believes we're guilty. Why does someone have to get a knee on their neck and be unalived, and still to this day there's people that believe it was the fentanyl that took him out based on the toxicology, not the pressure on his neck which made it difficult for him to breathe. And the brother tells you he can't breathe and you don't believe him. Think about that. We have that same problem with our sisters. You know, Black American women, melanated women, Black women, right, are the most unalived in the hospital. Do you understand that? You understand that? When for some reason, when our sisters say that they are in pain and they're hurting, doctors don't want to believe it. Nurses don't want to believe it. You understand? They just assume we have a high intake for pain than everybody else. So I want y'all to understand that, you know, we are the only race of people that when we come into a courtroom, we are going to have to fight for our life. And if we don't have the right representation, if we don't have the right dollar amount for the proper presentation, we're going to get railroaded. And 8 out of 10 times, 9 out of 10 times, we're losing that battle and we're going straight to jail. And that's just what it is. If you don't got a lawyer if you don't got representation, I mean strong representation that you got to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for, you're going to get railroaded. You are going to get railroaded. And that's what we see what's happening with our brother Carmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf. Now, whether he should have brought the knife or not, does it really matter? I mean, if we're going to look at what precedent was set, I mean, was Kyle Rittenhouse supposed to be able to cross counties and states with a firearm and a rifle and point at many different people, and he can unalive too and then be seen as self-defense? Is Daniel Penny, right? Is he able to sneak up behind a skinny black kid and unalive him, right? And then that be called stand your ground, self-defense, and they get off? I mean, is George Zimmerman allowed to just see a black person in a hoodie, right? Think he can approach him and put his hands on him, whatever, and he can protect himself and stand his ground, and nobody thinks the difference, right? He's able. So these are precedents that was already set. So now we have a Carmelo Anthony who doesn't run shouldn't have to run. According to Penal Code 931 and Penal Code 932, it looks like the brother there's some reasonable doubt there, right? There's some, you know, if I say don't touch me, and you continue to touch me and put your hands on me, what am I supposed to do? You know, what if I didn't have anything and I decided to just use these, and I was able to get thrown down some bleachers and be unalived, right? Is that what is that? You know, what is that? Anything can happen. So if I got 2 6-foot, 225-pound brother that me, and I'm only $130, what am I going to do to stand my ground? What am I going to do? But according to Penal Code 931, 932, there's a good chance that he can get off. And are people even let's look at it from this position right here. Are people even is the dominant society even ready for a black unified front? Look at the brothers 𝗤𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀 fund. They were able to raise $500,000. $500,000. Are they more upset that they were able to raise that money? Did they even think it was possible that he can raise money for his defense? Did they even think it's possible that he was going to be out on the street right now on $250,000 bail instead of a $1 million bail? Did they even think it was possible? Is the dominant society ready for black Americans to be innocent before proven guilty, rather than guilty before proven innocent? Are they even ready for that? Is the dominant society ready for a unified black front? Are the dominant society ready for black Americans getting on code and protecting their own just like they do? Is it going to be? Is this the new precedent that black Americans are setting now? Are we telling the world that we're getting codified, that we're on code, just like the dominant society and all the immigrants get on code with them? Or are they ready for black Americans to say, you know what, we're going to get on code for each other? And my thing is this: all I want that brother to do is to have a fair trial. I don't want it to be tried in the court of public opinion. I don't want people lying and making up things saying that he took his 𝗤𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀 money, which that was verified that the family never took that money. They still haven't taken that money. Matter of fact, the mother came on TV and said that she was just now able to take that money. They're upset that he lives in a $900,000 house because they assume that he was a kid from the ghetto, that his family, that he didn't come from a 2-parent home, and that they can't afford a $900,000 home. You see all the lies that the dominant society tries to put on a kid. He's not even an adult. Both of them, the parents that lost their son was a kid. The kid that's fighting for his life right now, he's also a kid. And they're trying to give him first degree. Is it even justified for him to get first degree? Is it even justified? That's the real question. That's the real question. Is it even justified? Can you, when you get done, can you set this up for me? I need to set this up. When you get finished over there, I need to set this up. So that's what I want to ask. I mean, why is it that when it comes to foundational black Americans that we have to fight for our life in almost every situation? If we go on the job, right? Think about the job for instance, and there's a disagreement, or there's a misunderstanding, or there's an argument between two individuals, right? It could be black and Hispanic, it could be black and white, it could be black and Indian, But guess who's always 9 out of 10 times is going to be seen as the aggressor? It's always the black one. Why is that? When is that going to change? When is that going to change? We just had another school pew happen, right? Florida State University. Everybody wants to point the finger at black Americans, right? But we're not the one pew in these schools. We're not the one becoming vigilantes out here and taking people's lives in our own hands and deciding who lives and who's unalive. We don't do that. That's the dominant society that does that. That's the dominant society. So what happened? What happened? That's what I want to ask my people. Why is it? Why is it? Why is it that when it comes to us, we are guilty before proven innocent? Guilty. Tamir Rice, pewed by Cleveland police while playing with the toy gun in the park. How could that even happen? How could we even justify that it wasn't what it was? Eric Garner, unalive by NYPD. Michael Brown, Laquan McDonald, 𝗥𝗶𝗴𝗵𝘁𝘀𝘀𝗶cie Gurley, These are black Americans whom automatically must have been a threat. Or else the police wouldn't have pewed them, right? If they were a threat, why would the police pew them, right? They must have been a big thing. Those police officers must have feared for their life. That person must have done something to make them fear for their life. Freddie Gray, they get him into custody. He's in custody. And they break his spine. Sandra Bland, in custody. Must have been a threat. Must have been guilty. Walter Scott, Samuel DuBose, just a typical traffic stop. Must have done something. Jamar Clark, brother was pewed while he was handcuffed. Must have been a threat. Must have been guilty. Didn't need a trial. You don't need a trial if you're guilty. If you're guilty, why even go to trial with it, right? Alton Sterling, Philando Castile, typical traffic stop. Yes, I have the right to carry, and boom, instantly fear for their life. Instantly he feared for his life. Botham Jean, off-duty police officer while he was in his own apartment, unalived him. Antwon Rose II, just trying to run away. I mean, yeah, he should. I guess he shouldn't have ran, right? He shouldn't have ran, and he'd still be alive, right? He should have just complied. Tatiana Jefferson, just a regular welfare check, and she was a threat, right? Think about that. They do a welfare check, and you get unalive just for a welfare check. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy, yo? I mean, the list goes on and on. I mean, I'm gonna just go through it. I'm gonna just go through it because we need to understand what's happening, what's going on. We need to understand what is going on, because this is insane. This is insane. This is insane. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, let me get back to it. This is just insane, man. Elijah McClain, while walking home, injected him with ketamine. Elijah McClain. George Floyd. Knee on neck for 9 minutes. What? That's crazy. Breonna Taylor. A no-knock raid. Ahmaud Arbery. Anybody remember him? Ahmaud Arbery. Ahmaud Arbery. Hunted down while jogging. Rayshard Brooks. I mean, he must have been. All these people must have been guilty. They must have done something to warrant this. Nobody just messes with you for doing absolutely nothing, right? Nobody messes with you for doing absolutely nothing. Dante Wright, traffic stop. Must have been doing something. Must have been doing something to warrant that, right? Patrick Loyola. Pew Pew. Must have been doing something. Jayland Walker. Check this out. Jayland Walker. Fleeing from a traffic stop. Does that warrant being shot over, or excuse me, being pew-pewed over 40 times? Pew-pewed over 40 times because he decided to run from a traffic stop. Does anybody hear of any people in the dominant society that happens to? Is there a? I mean, if it happens, I get it. If it was something that happens to someone else besides us, besides somebody with this color skin, besides somebody who was considered black here in America, I'd be like, okay, he shouldn't have ran. But 40 times, you don't think that's excessive? 40 times. Jordan Neely. Homeless black man, street performer, unalived and restrained, choked for over 15 minutes. Who does that? Who restrains and chokes you out for over 15 minutes? Unarmed, mentally challenged, Michael Jackson impersonator. The brother was skinny. Unalive. I told you about Trayvon Martin. Hoodie on, walking, and he's guilty. Somebody decided to be judge, jury, and execution. Oscar Grant. Handcuffed. Brother was handcuffed. Must have been a threat. After they handcuffed. Must have done something wrong. Amadou Diallo. 41 times for reaching for his wallet. Think about that. You reach for your wallet 41, and it requires 41 times to be pew pew. Let's take it way back. Emmett Till. This brother was, you know what, in Mississippi. This brother was, you know what, in Mississippi. Mississippi, Mississippi. This brother was unalived because he wanted to whistle out a white woman. 1955. But this seems to be the norm for the dominant society. Think about this. Carmelo Anthony can't even get a break under the stand your ground law. Whether you believe, listen, forget the fact that he had a knife or not. Forget the fact that the brother had a knife or not. Is a black man allowed to use the stand your ground law? Is a black kid allowed to use the stand your ground law? Is he allowed? Flip it. Let's say Carmelo was the aggressor and Austin was the one that had the knife. And he did the exact same thing Carmelo did to him. And Carmelo was the one that was unalive that day, and he was the one that was alive because he feared for his life, and he would the dominant society do the same thing they did for Carmelo that they're doing for Austin? Or is this just another I'm white and I say so? Is this just another form of I'm used to YT privilege and I don't think fairness? Fairness for black people is not interesting to the dominant society. They want it to always be their side wins and our side loses. Their side wins, our side loses. That's the way it's always been, and they don't want to see that change. They don't want to see a true, Trump is talking about a meritocracy. Do they really want to see a meritocracy? Do they really want to see a meritocracy? A true meritocracy would not allow the mainstream media and fake news to railroad a 17-year-old kid. In this country, you are innocent until proven guilty. Prove him guilty first. Why railroad the kid? He didn't flee. He stayed. When the officers came, he said, "It's not alleged, I did it." That's in the police report. I did it. And then he said, "Is the other kid okay?" I was just defending myself. And based on him saying that, the police report, the witnesses show that that's exactly what happened. He was really just defending himself. According to the police report and what they wrote down. Right? According to the police report and what they wrote down. If all we had to go off was the police report, it looks like Penal Code 9.31 and 9.32 is going to allow this brother to get off. But the size of the knife, that's going to be debatable. That's going to be the biggest thing in court, is the size of the knife. The other thing is probable cause. Was the level of threat, did it require or demand Carmelo to use that type of force? But again, when it comes to this copper color skin that we have, when it comes to our blackness, it seems like we're guilty till proven innocent instead of innocent until proven guilty. It seems like the court of public opinion often prevails in the actual courtroom. It seems like many people have already made up their mind without looking at any other facts. Matter of fact, they made up their mind already that they're even willing to lie and not tell the truth today. Because when the dominant society gets on code, they get on code. But they're not used to seeing black people get on code. Not for a long time, I would say. If you grew up in the 50s and 60s, yeah, you know black people, they get on code. The best thing they could do is watch each other's back and have each other's back. But 2025, y'all didn't believe that black people can get on code. We are a codified people. So, I guess everybody's out chilling tonight, which is cool. I just wanted to say my piece. I just wanted to give that high level game to y'all real quick. It's a Friday. Hope everybody's not, partying too much. It's Easter Friday on top of that. Passover, all the good stuff. To my Hebrew brothers and sisters out there, it's Passover. Everybody else, it's Easter. Easter weekend. But why I want y'all to really think about this. Why does it, when it comes to the dominant society, why are we guilty before proven innocent? And everybody else gets the benefit of the doubt. They're innocent until proven guilty. I want to commend everybody who gave and donated to Carmelo Anthony. Those who prayed for the family of Austin because they need prayer. They lost somebody. That's not easy to lose a loved one. But I don't think a 17-year-old kid should ruin their whole life because of a decision that was made in a flash. Just the same way that the dominant society protects their children, don't think for a minute that black Americans, we're not going to stand up and protect our own either. I know you want to think that we're protecting a guilty man, but you can't call nobody guilty. He's innocent until you prove him guilty. The only way you can prove him guilty is he has to get something called due process. He has to go to court and let the facts come out, and when the facts come out, guilty or innocent, if the facts come out, the facts come out. Only thing I want is that brother not to be railroaded, and I want that brother to have a fair trial. I want to hear all the facts. Matter of fact, I'm going to be paying very close attention to this case, and I'm going to want to know all the facts. And I pray that the right thing is done in this case. Now, according to the police report, some of the witnesses, some of the things I've been hearing, I don't think that boy should do any jail time. But if new evidence come out, it is what it is. Let the facts be the facts. That's all I gotta say. Let the facts be the facts. So listen, man, I'm already yawning. I know everybody's chilling this Friday. It's cool, man. It's Easter. I just want to come up on here and say my piece. Till next time. I'll be back probably tomorrow and the next day after that. We're not stopping, man. We're building back up the channel. I want to thank everybody who supported the channel, everybody who's subscribed to the channel. I want to thank everybody who's been rocking with me since day one. Y'all are fantastic. Nothing but love, nothing but love. But it is what it is, y'all. We're going to build this channel back to the way it was 6 months ago. And You know, I know I'm not punching down on tethers like everybody wants to see, but I'll entertain that every now and then. But for the most part, I really just want to chop high-level game up, and I want to do something great for our people. So those who are rocking with me, make sure you check out the FBAcoin.org. Check it out. Do your due diligence. Get you some coins. Place you a $300 donation. Get you some coins, man, and watch our generation rise to the top. So with that being said, y'all, this is the Too Much Moxie podcast. I am your humble host, Too Much. And y'all, we are out. Y'all enjoy y'all weekend. Peace.